works. Now coming to bridge and a switch. A large network may need to be subdivided for efficient frame delivery or a traffic management. So bridges or switches are used to connect these subdivided segments of networks. In a long way, the terms bridge and switch are used interchangeably. Bridge and switch both provide the same functionality, but the switch does it with greater efficiency. When you see about the comparison chart between bridge and switch, basically a bridge can connect fewer LAN, but a switch can connect more networks comparatively. And based on buffering, bridges do not have buffers, switches have buffers for each link connected to it. And when you see about the types of devices, simple bridge, multi-port bridge and transparent bridges are available, whereas in switch we have store and forward switch and cut through switch. And coming to error, bridges do not perform error checking, whereas switch does error checking. These being the difference between bridge and switch. So bridge can connect two LANs and a bridge table is available here. A bridge does not change the physical address in a frame. So the bridging table contains the address of the device which is connected and the port using which through which it is connected to that device. So through port 1, these two devices are connected to it, and through port 2 these two devices are connected to the bridge. So when the destination is going to be this address, it will send through port B, this port 2, and if the destination address is this one, it will send through port 1, and this is how it will operate. It will be received by all the terminals in that port. Coming to link layer switches, it operates in both the physical and data link layers. In a physical layer, as a physical layer device, it regenerates the signal it receives. As a link layer device, the link layer switch can check the MAC addresses, the source and the destination contained in the frame. A link layer switch has filtering capability. It can check the destination address of the frame and can decide from which outgoing port the frame should be sent. So a link layer switch has a table used in filtering decisions. So what is link layer switching? We have a LAN with 4 stations that are connected to link layer switch. If a frame destined from station 61.42, okay, that is station number 2, it is destined for this station at port 1, arrives at port 1. The link layer switch consults its table. Frames from 61.42 should be sent out only through port 2. So, so the frames for that device should be sent through only port 2. Therefore, there is no need for forwarding the frame through other ports. So it becomes unicast, not multicast. The link layer switch does not change the link layer addresses in a frame. What is a transparent switch? Transparent switch is a switch in which the stations are compulsorily unaware of switch's experience. If a switch is added or deleted from the system, reconfiguration of the stations is unnecessary. According to IEEE 802.1d specification, a system equipped with transparent switches must meet three criteria. Frames must be forwarded from one station to another. The forwarding table is automatically made by learning frame movements in the network. The loops in the system must be prevented. So what is this forwarding? A transparent switch must correctly forward the messages as discussed in the previous section. That's something called static switching table. The earlier switches and switching tables are static. The system administrator would manually enter the table entry during switch setup. Although the process was simple, it was not practical. If a station was added or deleted, the table had to be modified manually. The same was true if the station's MAC address also changed, which is not a rare event, often happens. For example, putting in a new network card means a new MAC address. So, at all these situations, manual static table switch